Essentially, the difference between a good bartender and a bad bartender is the details. All bartenders are throwing ingredients into a glass, giving to a guest, and having social interaction. But what makes a great bartender different from a bartender that just doesn't care is, well, A, the social interaction, and B, the thought that goes into the drink, whether you're thinking about ice, whether you're thinking about the way you stir, the way you shake, the ingredients that are going into your glass, what you're doing with those ingredients to make them become more flavorful. All these small details are what differentiates a good bartender from a bad. I moved to the States 3 years ago because I was consulting for a bar and ended up opening a bar called Vessel here in Seattle. It was probably one of the premier bars in the city, if not on the west coast of the States, when it first opened. We really took our cocktails seriously. We thought of every single aspect of it, which was unusual for us like this. There's only one other bar in the city that had the attention to detail that we had. A lot of bartenders treat stirring as shaking with a spoon. So you want to actually shake the egg and the ingredients before you add ice. So you want to hold your spoon with your forefinger and your thumb. A lot of people will use it to channel a knife like this. I'll use a Y-shaped peeler instead. And your ring finger is going to push out and your middle finger is going to push back. I'll cut a big long swath of zest, and I'm actually going to spray it. Details are often overlooked. The biggest one is ice. Ice goes into every single drink. No one thinks about ice. Ice will make or break a drink, quite frankly. If you have small, wet ice, you're going to get a watery drink that's not that cold. Right now, I'm actually working on developing my own line of bitters commercially. I'm going to start off with 2 flavors, cherry, and do a reproduction of Boker's bitters, which back in the 1800s was essentially the Angostura bitters of its day. When it comes to bitters, I think that, if anything, it is one of the most underused ingredients in cocktails nowadays. People seem to be afraid of them, thinking that they're going to make their drink bitter, when actually that is not the case at all. It adds complexity and flavor notes to a drink. Even drinks as simple as a margarita. If you throw some grapefruit bitters in there, will make the drink better. It just adds that extra note, the extra complexity, that extra underlying thing that makes the drink special. I actually have to watch myself sometimes when I'm creating menus to make sure there's a drink or two on there that don't have bitters. But I mean that's my go-to drink. Whenever I find a drink is lacking something, when it's just missing that little je ne sais quoi, it's usually bitters. Bitters are almost always the answer.